Huge news today regarding the COVID vaccine in Washington. By April 15th, it'll be made available to anyone in the state over the age of 16. So tonight, we're tracking vaccine availability all across the inland Northwest.
Tonight, for the first time, we are hearing from the priest who was saved from that St. Charles Elementary School fire. The North Spokane school has now been closed for 2 weeks.
And the Zags just keep on dancing in the NCAA tournament. They're headed to the Final Four for only the second time in program history.
We give you a look at the Final Four swag that you can buy before the big game Saturday. And good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us on KREM 2 News at 5. I'm Tom Sherry.
Welcome, everyone. I'm Whitney Ward.
Well, breaking news tonight, and good news it is, regarding the COVID vaccine here in Washington State. In just a few weeks, it will be available to all people over the age of 16. That means anyone 16 and older who wants a shot will now be eligible for one.
So our political reporter Casey Decker is joining us now live from the KREM 2 newsroom with more on what we just heard today from Governor Jay Inslee. Casey?
Well, Whitney, it's the news that a lot of people have been waiting for. Soon you will no longer need to be a senior or have a certain job or have comorbidities to get vaccinated. If you're over the age of 16, you'll be eligible for the shot. This will take effect on April 15th, 4 months to the date of the first shots in Washington. It comes as supply of all three vaccines continues to ramp up, and as other states like Idaho have already made the decision to open up eligibility to the whole adult population. Now, regardless of individual state decisions, President Biden has actually already mandated that all adults be eligible by May 1st. But this announcement from Governor Inslee means Washington will beat that goal by just under 2 weeks.
We have such a great opportunity to defeat this virus in Washington State. A little more than 1 million Washingtonians over the age of 16, of course, will still be waiting for their eligibility. And today I'm very pleased to tell you that their wait will be shortened. Starting April 15th, 2 weeks from today, and just 4 months since we started our vaccination program, all Washingtonians over 16 will be eligible. So beginning on April 15th, all remaining Washingtonians over the age 16 will be eligible. We have 4 out of 5 million eligible today. It'll be great to finish that remaining 1 million folks in our state. We are confident we can take this step because of our dosage allocations have increased.
Now, Inslee also said expanding eligibility became important recently because we're seeing some small surges of COVID within certain populations. For instance, many colleges have reported disturbing numbers across the state following spring break and the move to phase 3. The hope, of course, is that this can be used as a powerful weapon to stop those surges from getting any bigger and requiring restrictions to become re-implemented. So in just a couple of weeks, no more worrying about what phase or what tier you're in. If you're 16 or older, you'll be eligible on April 15th. Whitney, Tom.
Wow, great news there, Casey. Hey, there's also going to be more COVID-19 vaccine opportunities today as the federal vaccination site in Washington State opens up. The center is located at the Central Washington State Fair Park in Yakima. With the help from FEMA, the site is expected to administer up to 1,200 doses per day. In addition to the drive-through location, there will also be mobile centers to reach out to those in rural areas. The drive-through site will be open 7 days a week.
And for the second time in program history, the Gonzaga men's basketball team has made it to the Final Four. So after they basically waltzed right past USC last night, they won 85-66.
So as the Zags lock in for their next opponent, that's UCLA, fans are trying to get their hands on new Zag apparel. Well, we were able to check out the Final Four apparel ourselves, and as you can see, they've been hung up in our studio.
We love the way they look, and we're also looking forward to the next round of shirts that will be coming for the national championship, right?
Absolutely. By the way, KREM 2's Brandon T. Jones explains where you can find the gear.
Fresh off the printer, brand new gear is arriving at the Zag shop with every win in the tournament.
Is yours large?
Just this morning, less than 24 hours after making it to the next round, a small batch of Final Four shirts went up for sale.
You can buy them online before they even get here, or you can come in and visit us as soon as things land. We will have them ready for people to buy.
The demand for Zag apparel might just be at an all-time high this year, and many of the products created have local ties to the region. For example, Zone Design is one of the businesses that works with the shop.
Handcrafted right here in Spokane. You can see the presses right behind us that are cranking out the shirts,
New designs have to be thought of every day in this industry. Preparation is key for something like the NCAA tournament. If the Zags were to win the championship this year, Zone would be printing new shirts throughout the night to have them ready by sunrise.
So the Champions design has been months in the works.
All of these designs have to stay low-key before making an official appearance. It's vital they don't get leaked too early.
So this is where it's happening before you even see some of the gear that appears in the Zag shop.
While they still have a job to do, rooting for the Zags through this run has been special. Only thing that can make this season better is championship gear that all of Spokane could wear.
We're going to fire these presses up right back here, and we'll be printing through the nights to do whatever we can to get our shirts to the bookstore, to the grocery stores, and on our website as fast as we can. So we're ready for it.
From Spokane, Brandon T. Jones, KREM 2 News.
From the bookstore to the grocery store. I like the sound of that, right, Tom?
You bet. I know where I'm getting mine from.
Exactly. All right, Tom, it really turned out to be a gorgeous day. You and I were talking about how we both went out for walks today. Obviously much cooler in the morning, but really warming up nicely.
Yeah, I was out at about 11 o'clock in the morning, and if you could stay where the sun was, wow, it just was fabulous. We both aired out our houses, opened up the doors and the windows, right. Here we go. We're looking for clear and cold weather again tonight, although not as cold as the previous couple of nights. Partly cloudy and warmer weather expected tomorrow. Sunny and warm on Friday. And then for the weekend, I've got mostly cloudy skies. And of course, this is an Easter weekend. Right now, beautiful 57 degrees with very light wind out of the south-southwest at 5 miles per hour. Day planner forecast calling for clear and cool in the evening hours. A few clouds overnight. That will keep the overnight low above freezing at 33. And then look at Thursday's high temperature. 66 degrees, really a fabulous day, and we'll stay in the 60s for your Easter weekend. I've got mostly cloudy skies on Saturday and 64. Easter Sunday, there is a slight chance of showers, but I love the overnight low at 41, so it's not dropping down below freezing. So for the Easter Bunny, it won't be freezing temperatures. And anyone else assisting the Easter Bunny with the outside egg hunt, it's not going to be terribly cold for you. We'll look for a daytime high of 63 degrees. I'll check your 7-day forecast coming up in a few minutes.
I think the Easter Bunny will be very happy to hear that. Tom, thank you. Well, brand new tonight in the 5 o'clock hour, we are hearing for the first time from the priest who was saved from that St. Charles Elementary School fire. The North Spokane school has been closed since that fire was intentionally set 2 weeks ago. KREM 2's Amanda Rowley is joining us now from St. Charles this evening. Amanda?
Good evening. Just about 2 weeks ago, Father Esteban Soler, who lives here on campus at St. Charles Elementary, was woken abruptly by a Spokane police officer to safely escape the fire. He's speaking publicly for the first time today and says he is grateful to that officer who woke him early that morning, as well as the outpouring of support he's received from the community. Now, he gave a brief tour today of the building to see the fire damage from outside, looking in through the windows. Now, the morning of that fire, the priest was only able to pack a small bag of his belongings before getting to safety. Today was our first chance to see the fire damage up close, and we could see significant damage to the priest's living quarters and to the parish main offices. Now, here is Father Soler's account of what happened that morning.
I was frustrated more than scared, actually, probably because I was still asleep and trying to, realize the situation, what's happening, and then thinking of all the things that I needed to think. I called Heather, the principal, right away because we needed to have a plan to early in the morning inform the parents that we were not having classes, the other steps that we needed to take in order to advise parishioners and take care of business.
Now, Spokane police have arrested a suspect they believe started the fires intentionally at St. Charles Elementary. A family member identified Rio Mirabal as the person in the photos and security camera footage released by police. Now, Father Soler says he is glad police caught him so that he cannot bring harm to others or himself. He prays he gets the help he needs. Now, students of St. Charles Elementary are still learning remotely for the time being. And the priest also says they have rented a tent that will be set up behind the church on the lawn for future services this week. They'll be posting updates about that on its website. Reporting in North Spokane tonight, Amanda Rowley, KREM 2 News.
Thank you, Amanda. Well, Gonzaga's deep run in the NCAA tournament is not only big for the team, but for the university as a whole.
It's a remarkable experience to be a part of.
After the break, GU's president explains how much positive attention the university has received from its successful basketball program.